सारे स्टूडेंट ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बस 1 से 2 मिनट में स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। देवांश अभी 3 बज रहा है, बस 1 से 2 मिनट में हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं। ये हमारे कोडिंग कैंपस का जो स्टूडेंट का इनिशिएटिव है, इसका सेकंड डेवलपर टॉक सीरीज है। अभी सारे जो हमारे कोऑर्डिनेटर ये सभी आप लोग को डिटेल में सारी चीज़ें बताएंगे। देवांश आप अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, श्वेता आप भी अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, ऑप्शन ने आप लोगों को दे दिया है। और विनायक जी आप भी अनम्यूट कर लीजिए। तो
Okay,
आप लोग
Shweta,
स्टार्ट कर सकते
please
हैं।
start.
हाँ, स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। शेयरिंग भी अलाउ कर दें।
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shweta Bajpayee, and I'm the event head at Codin Campus. First of all, thank you all for joining. So, Codin Campus has brought its second session of Developer Talk series. Today, we have with us Vineet Nayak. He is a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, regional head of Girls Script Karnataka. He has impacted more than 1,000 students in various events and has delivered 5 workshops and many more. Today, he's going to tell us about the data science and immensely used technique these days. So I would request Vineet to start the session, please.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Shweta, for the wonderful introduction, and I would like to thank Coding Campus for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with all of the colleagues joined here. So I will be sharing my screen. Give me a second. Okay, I think yeah, Rehan, can you please give me sharing
Wait.
permission?
Wait, sir, 1 minute. 1 minute. You can share. Vineet Nayak, you can share.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, visible.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to welcome each one of you for this exciting webinar. Today, we will be speaking about introduction to data science. So as requested by the moderators, so I'll try to move this conversation with both the combination of Hindi and English, right? So मैं हिंदी में भी बात करने की कोशिश करूँगा. Though I'm not proficient in Hindi, but definitely I can speak quite a bit of Hindi. Yeah, cool. So the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? So now, if you are, no matter in which career you are, or no matter in which field you are, right? So now, if you are planning to jump into data science or just to have a sneak peek of data science, definitely this is that webinar which wherein I am going to introduce to the most of the concepts. Basically, typically a journey path I'm going to share with you guys, and some of the interesting projects that you guys can work with and you can improve yourself. आप लोग अपना डेटा साइंस करियर में जो कुछ भी चाहिए होता है ना, सो आप सब सीख लेंगे इसमें. और इस वेबिनार के बाद मैं आपसे ये एक्सपेक्टेशन रखता हूँ कि अगर आप डेटा साइंटिस्ट बनना चाहते हैं और अगर आपको अपना करियर डेटा साइंस में बनाना है, तो आपको आज ही अपना पहला स्टेप रखना है, ताकि आप जल्द से जल्द इस मुकाम तक पहुंच सके कि आप डेटा साइंस के दुनिया को एक्सप्लोर कर सके और you can enjoy it basically, right? So let me tell you one simple thing. So if you like to have a challenging job, then data science is a field for you, right? So yes, having said that, I think there was a quite of introduction about me, but still, again, to introduce myself as a formality thing. So I am a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador at beta level, and also I am working as a search engine specialist, search engine optimization specialist at Advisor. And yes, and also I am a student like you guys, so I am exploring new things, and whenever I get an opportunity, I share those insights with you guys so that I can impact, or you guys can get impacted from it, and you can start your own career from it, right? So yes, having said that, like let's like quickly move into the agenda, what we are talking in today. So in today's agenda, I have for you guys some of the interesting things to share. So firstly, I will be like beginning about like what is data science and how interesting is data science jobs. And then we will be like moving through some of the concepts of machine learning, which is like pretty much necessary, and understanding it would be really important whenever you like do that analytical jobs in data science. And I'll also walk you through the life cycle of the data science project, like from where you are going to begin and where you exactly you're going to end, right? So I'm going to like आपको data science project के बारे में भी बताना चाहता हूँ, और उसके बाद मैं like आपको एक demonstration देना चाहता था. Let's see if the time permits. I'll definitely give you a demonstration of data science project, and then we will be like walking through the applications of data science, and I'll be giving you few statistics of data science. And अगर आपको करियर बनाना है तो क्या करना है वो मैं सब बताऊंगा आज आपको. One thing, so before I start this presentation or webinar, whatever, so I would like to make sure convey you one simple thing. So before you like explore anything, don't bring the concept of job or what is the amount of money you are going to earn, right? So whenever you are learning something, learn it for a knowledge sake, or learn it to improve your knowledge, not keeping yes, money and job are definitely required, and I'm not opposing it. So but may it be a computer science or may it be any related field, right? There are lots and lots of domain, and here is one domain known as data science. It's the not only domain that we have, but we still have lots of other domains. Say if you guys think, yes, I am capable of doing these things, I am capable of learning these things, then only do like choose this as a your career. So if you are not feeling like comfortable with it, and just because someone told you, or just because someone told you it's interesting for them, don't choose it. If you are interested, choose it. Cool. Having said that, so I hope you guys know what is data, right? So yeah, uh, so let's quickly move to our first topic, that is what is data science. So पहले डेटा साइंस के बारे में बताने के पहले मैं आपको लाइक डेटा के बारे में बताना चाहता हूँ. सो व्हाट इज डेटा? सो आज अगर एक बच्चा पैदा होता है, सो उसका पैदा होने के समय हम लोग वी विल बी गेटिंग एन बेसिक डेटा, राइट? लाइक व्हाट इज हिज जेंडर, for example male or female, or whether that child is a male or female, or what is his date of birth, at what time is born. All these are data, and we use this data to like do a basic research on it or bring it into analysis. मैं like बताना चाहता हूँ कि like हम सब डेटा यूज नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि हमें सब डेटा का आवश्यकता भी नहीं है. पर कुछ डेटा ऐसा होता है जिसमें हमें like यूज करके we could like bring in analytics into picture, and we can also like bring come to the conclusion and even improve our business problems or find a business solutions, right? So data is one such thing which we get in no matter what we do. So there are like varieties of data, like it may be a quantitative data, numbers, information, graph, facts, observation, and measurement. And let's quickly take an example of like what is an example of data. And the reason I took MS Dhoni here is like though MS Dhoni is not playing in today, but still today we are starting the journey of like ICC World Test Championship, right? So but MSD has like proven his captaincy in previous days, so I am not praising him though. But look, here is an example of data, right? So MSD has played various number of innings or matches in different senses of time. So all of those are like collected by the data analyst or by a data scientist, and they come to the conclusion, right? So here the data is just popped in front of you. That is, MSD has played 166 innings, and he has scored so many number of runs. So here average and strike rate, whatever it's presented, right? So those are basically the statistics. So when a player goes into a cricket pitch to play, there are like huge number of data being collected, and all the data are stored for the future references, and basically to like calculate its efficiency, and also like you may like hear about it like as like uh, फॉर एग्जाम्पल MSD ने इसका रिकॉर्ड ब्रेक किया और किसी न्यू प्लेयर ने एक रिकॉर्ड तोड़ा, राइट? सो those are basically obtained from the data that is being stored, or that from the data that is being collected. So this was a basic example for data. And moving about like what is data science, data science is a domain of study that deals with a vast amount of data. That is like data is basically even one simple thing, that is your date of birth can be a data. But while we are using for a data science problem, right? So we use a vast amount of data to, and we do like different analytical operations, or we use different tools for visualizations, and we try to see a pattern in the data and derive a meaningful like information out of it and make a business decision. For example, say today Code in Campus is planning to like create a course, right? So for example, they are planning to create a course or a program wherein they are planning to educate people in data science. Say they have their own mentors and they have created their course, but in order to like their course reach different people, means ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को उनका कोर्स पहुंचना है, तो उन्हें कुछ एनालिटिक्स यूज करना है और कुछ मीनिंगफुल कंक्लूजन यूज करना है कि ताकि वो किधर उनका लाइक डेटा है ना. So for example, where exactly they need to launch their product, or what are the different things they need to do in order to like reach their products to the top level, right? So everywhere we use data science. And for example, now I just told you before we began, right? So if you're like learning something, just learn if it fascinates you, right? So now before you choose a particular topic or anything as your career, so just have analytics done on it. That is like just think about it. Say if I am about to choose what is data science or data science as my field, so where would I reach after say X amount of years, right? Say, and there are like numerous amount of factors that comes into picture, and you will have to select one basically which fascinates you. And on your conclusion or the analysis that you make, you will be coming into the conclusion. And the science which uses or which contains these analytical tools, and which uses data as its tool or data as its like information to derive a like meaningful information, right? So the concept is known as data science. So data science is in one such field wherein we will be using mathematics, we will be using statistics, we are also using visualization, we are using, there are like lots and lots of tools like Power BI tools, any tools. We are using it to solve a problem. So solve a problem and gain a knowledge, right? So this is what about data science. And simple example, say now again I'm taking MSD as a case study. And say for example, now if you look at how MSD plays at the like last over, that is in the death overs, so you can like analyze it. So you can look at what phase he is batting, you can predict whether India is going to win that match or not, right? So that's where analysis comes into picture. So there are like lots of insights, like if you are a regular watching of cricket, if you regularly watch cricket, so there are like some of the conclusion, like if Kohli scores more than 50 runs when he's batting first, so that team is going to win that match, right? So all these assumptions and all these conclusions are like basically brought out using the tool called as data science. Cool. And so why do we need data science, right? So now you understood, I hope you understood like what is data science. So पर हमें data science क्यों चाहिए? So हमें data science इसलिए चाहिए क्योंकि data science एक ऐसा चीज है जो हमें like हमारा decisions बेहतर करने में हमें like help करता है. So say for example, I hope you guys have heard about like predictive analysis. Say now you have fluent, say let's take an example of predicting a disease, right? Say now you have some symptoms, like for example you have a cough or you have a fever, and now you need to like basically check which type of disease is basically coming, or is it just a normal fever, or does it belong to some other thing, right? So you basically collect all the informations, and even what doctor do is data science basically, right? So they ask you an enormous number of questions like how do you feel, or where exactly you're feeling pain, and they come to a conclusion on whatever the data you give to them. And the data science helps you in like bringing an optimized solution, and on listening to your data and on listening to what problems you're facing, right? So doctor will prescribe you a medicine, right? So and thinking that this is the problem, and they will prescribe you a medicine. So what the doctor does is a data science basically, though is not using any tools to come to the conclusion, but definitely the concept he is using is of a data science. Cool. And the data science also helps you in finding a pattern. For example, now you are given with a problem. So you have three numbers, 3, 5 and 7. So tell me which is the next number, right? So basically next number is 9. So how did you find it? So if you add 2 to number 3, you will get 5. And if you add 2 to number 5, you will get 7. And similarly, if you add 2 to number 7, you will be getting 9. So that's where we predict and we find a pattern between the data, and we come to the conclusion to like make a better decisions on business. Cool. So it may not be business, but say if you are a data scientist and you are working on a project, right? So then you will definitely have to like work on enormous number of projects, and you will be bored with enormous or different number of problems, right? So that's why I like usually tell about the business problems. So if you are working for a service based companies, so you will be getting like projects from other clients, and the client's problem are termed as business problems. And why do we need to learn data science? हमें data science क्यों पढ़ना है? हम अगर 21st century की बात करें, तो we call it as a data is a fuel, right? And information or analytics is what makes it a mine or gold. So हमें अगर like data के बारे में बात करना है, so we have huge number of data that is being generated on day to day basis. For example, now you guys have joined us in this webinar, right? So there is a data being generated that is like so and so people have shown an interest in this webinar known as data science webinar. And next time when Coding Campus plans to host an webinar, right? So they will reach out to you saying, hey there, we are planning to host an webinar, and are you interested to join us? So that's how the data science works. And there are like lots of huge amount of data that is being generated, no matter from what you do. Like there are the concepts of like internet of things, and your smart watches, smart apps, etc. Like they generate huge number of data every minute, or like say example every day, right? So using that data to bring into the conclusion, so it's like very sophisticated, or what I can tell is like very interesting job wherein we can use it to bring a conclusion, come to a conclusion. Say now if you're planning to like open your own company, right? So but you're like confused like which domain to choose if you're planning to have your own startup. But then so you can like go to some of the sites like top premier sites like Kaggle and different sites where you can obtain a data. For example, you can obtain your government data as well. You can like go through the different job trends and different startups arising. You can basically come to a conclusion, say if I like choose this particular sector, I can like perform much better, and I can earn more income, or even I can be happy. So that's where in coming to the solution, we use this data, and that's why we call it as a fuel of 21st century. And like there are like huge number of problems, right? So starting from a basic problem to the problem in the large level, right? So we have data science into picture. And the profile or the whatever the career you have is usually upwards. So while if you're beginning your career in data scientist as a simple data analyst, and after a few years or after few experience, right, you will be directly promoted, you will not never be demoted, and you will have huge number of experiences, or you will have huge knowledge in as you work. You will get obtain huge knowledge, and thereby you can like switch into any career instantly if you choose this as a career, right? And the data science problems or data science conclusions are changing the world. And most of the time what people used to do is like they used to like get experienced people into team, and use those experienced people to bring into a conclusion, means help their help them in using it, I mean help them in deriving a better business solution. But now if but what happens there is they will like never know out of their experience things, right? So but now if a company hires a data scientist, so they can bring amazing number of conclusions using which they can like improvise their business, and also like help their business grow. And data science is again a future, because there are like huge number of jobs that are being created in data science. And again, so it's like a career wherein you will have amazing challenges to face. You will be working with different toolkits. For example, you will be at a time you will be a programmer, at a time you will be like visualizing the things, at a time you will be like scraping the data, at a time you will be cleaning your data, and much more things, right? So why learn it again? So data science jobs are like more paid jobs again. So that's why it's always preferable that you learn it. And like basically none of us learn anything without any profit or something, right? So by learning this, I can guarantee you, if you are like good at it, you can like make it as a gold mine and come up in your life or career, right? Okay, so now we got some insights about data science, and I again told you that we use a lot of the tools for bringing coming into a conclusion. And here one of such tool is like machine learning, right? So what is machine learning? Let me take an example of a child. So a child who tries to walk, right? So today, a newborn child never walks, but after say some amount of time, say maybe 1 year or 1.5 year, the child slowly tries to walk, and no matter how much time it falls, it like learns from his mistake and walks, right? So that is basically a child learning. But what is machine learning? So machine learning ऐसा होता है कि like एक बच्चा, it's basically like a child, but the machine tries to find certain patterns. It learns from the different patterns around it or different data around it, and then basically automates the things or do that work by itself. For example, like मैंने आपको like child के बारे में बताया. So पहले वो walk करने के लिए, so उन्हें उसका parents का जरूरत पड़ता है. Similarly machine learning को उन्हें उनका developer का means आवश्यकता पड़ता है. And उसके बाद so machine will like make it move on its own. For example, so now when you buy your own new mobile, right? So basically in the initial stage, your machine will like never know like which tools you open on a recent day-to-day basis. But eventually, after you open 30 minutes, I mean after 30 days, so if you check, the machine will like pop up or bring into picture the different data science tool, or I mean not the tool, the apps you frequently use, right? And sometimes it also recommends you to like uninstall few of the unused apps. So that's where machine learning comes into picture. Also now if you go to this different sites like Amazon, so now if you're planning to buy a laptop, they recommend you different tools like charger or earphone, etc., right? So that's because they use their database, that is their previously purchased records, to come into conclusion and recommend things for you, right? So that's where machine learning comes into picture. And yes, speaking about a real-time definition of machine learning, a computer program is set to learn from its experience with respect to some task it performs, and depending on the performance measure P, and if its performance at its task is measured by P, improves it by its experience. So each and every time your machine learning algorithm learns, it like improvises itself, and it will like not iterate the same mistakes again. So like there are like different types of machine learning again. So there are like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. But to learn this concept, knowing Python is like really essential, right? So that's why I thought of not explaining such concepts in depth, but definitely I am going to like tell you the few important algorithms that you must know while you're approaching a data science problems, right? So out of which one is regression. Say now, since it's a rainy season in India, and so there are like different ranges of rainfall on a day-to-day basis, right? So for example, today in my place, that is Udupi, right? So we had around 200 centimeter of rainfall for continuous today we had 200 centimeters of rainfall, and tomorrow I'm trying to predict on depending on the previous data or previous weather forecast. So what is the like rainfall that I'm going to see tomorrow, right? So that's where regression comes into picture. Say for example, आप लोग stock market को जानते हैं, say, and if you take one particular company and if you look at the stock prices of it, so the stock prices are basically fluctuating. And if you like look at the past year or past few years of the trends, you will like basically you can come to a conclusion that if I invest on this particular company, right, I can like make my amount double or something, right? So that's where regression can be used. Say if you're selling something at selling your price, I mean your home, and you want something, right? I mean, you're selling your home, and you want to know what cost it is. I think Shirin, you're disturbing the screen. Please don't do it again. Dipti Shivanand, I guess. No worries. Okay. So you can basically use regression. Basically tells you what depending on okay, you have 450 square feet of your home, and you have different data previously collected regarding square foot and the prices at which it has been sold. You can basically use your regression model to like come to a conclusion, what is the minimum amount you are going to get if you are going to sell 450 square feet of your home, right? So that's where regression comes into picture. And next important type of machine learning algorithm is classification. Classification problems are like when we are training a model to predict a qualitative targets. Say for example, now say a group of students have written an examination, right? And the faculties have their task to like classify which category they belong. For example, he's a student, excellent student, or an average student, or is his performance fairly low, right? So what they do, they use classification in order to classify which category he belongs. And depending on the category he belongs, that teacher grades him as an excellent student or anything, right? So that's why classification comes into picture. Another is a cluster. Say now you are given with a basket of, आपको basket में एक apple दिया है और mangoes दिया है. So what cluster does is, so cluster is basically unsupervised programming, or comes under unsupervised learning. So what this cluster does is, so when the raw data is passed into an algorithm, so it basically identifies this is an apple and this is an mango, right? So that's because it sees a pattern. Say for example, अगर apple को apple पहचाना है, so आप लोग जान सकते हैं कि apple red color में है, और it's sort of round but it has some irregular shapes in top and bottom, right? So it sees a pattern. The machine sees a pattern and describes और makes its own cluster. That is, एक cluster में वो apple को डालता है और दूसरे cluster में वो mangoes को डालता है. So अगर next time if you like give a picture of a mango to an algorithm, it tells, hey, this is not apple, this is mango, right? So that's what is clustering. And next is a decision tree. Say आप लोग आई एम श्योर यू guys have heard a lot about like कौन बनेगा करोड़पति and all, right? So now in कौन बनेगा करोड़पति what happens, say if you there are like various number of questions or levels, and अगर आप like each question का सही जवाब देते हैं, so अगर आप ऊपर 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 जाते हैं, और अगर आपने नहीं दिया so आप eliminate हो जाते हैं, right? So that's where we use decision tree into picture, right? So what happens, पहला सवाल आपने सही उत्तर दिया तो नेक्स्ट सवाल में जाते हैं, एल्स आप बाहर एलिमिनेट, राइट? सो that is basically a decision tree. And the decision tree is basically used in like enormous number of things, especially in a medical field, as I told, right? So what happens is, now since we are in a pandemic stage, and now there are like different common symptoms of COVID, and you can basically run a decision tree or create your own decision tree. If you have a cold, uh, check whether you have breathing issues or not. So if you don't have a breathing issues, you don't have COVID. If you have a breathing issues, check whether you have any like tiredness, or you can't, your ability to work is like not available, right? So if that is not available, then go to a doctor and please to consult or have a COVID test, right? So that's where decision tree comes into picture. And next we have support vector machines. So in support vector machines, what happens is, so there are like different classes of data. For example, we have balls and stars. So what SVM does, it segregates, and it basically creates a gap of its own. And if the newly produced data, that is now you're giving a round or a ball to your data, so it basically checks मेरा data किसके पास है. If it's like near to a star, it classifies it as a star. Or if your ball is near to the ball or the dot, it classifies it as a dot, right? So that's where support vector machine comes into picture. So again, like I cannot go in depth when I speak about this algorithm, because each algorithm I can take one each webinars, right? So that's why I'm trying to explain on the top of it. So if you don't understand, don't worry, no worries. So again, so you will have to like learn from a scratch whenever you are like jumping into this field of data science. So that time you can basically learn about it more. So okay, so speaking about what is a life cycle of a data science project. सो आपका डेटा साइंस प्रोजेक्ट में 7 स्टेप होता है. सो पहला, अंडरस्टैंडिंग अ बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम. सो आज से नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल you want to predict what is the average number of rainfall for today, I mean for tomorrow, right? So you ask basically different questions to yourself, like आप आपके पास पूछे कि like कल कितना बारिश हुआ था, परसों कितना बारिश हुआ था. So and then you can go to and obtaining a data, right? So you get a data from different fields, or you can basically collect your own data. And then what you will have to do is, the moment you get a data, so the data is not pure, right? So आपको structured data कभी नहीं मिलेगा. So आपके data में like lots and lots of garbage रहता है, और all the data which you get is like not at all useful. So you will have to use some of the data mining techniques and basically reduce the data and keep only the data which is like helpful for you to derive a conclusion. And next step is data cleaning. So आपको जो data मिलता है ना, so उसमें like data कुछ places में गायब होता है. So कुछ लोग कुछ से अगर आपने किसी को गूगल फॉर्म भेजा, सो कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं, सबको कुछ क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं देते. सो उधर आपको लाइक एम्प्टी स्पेस मिलेगा. और अगर और कुछ लोग रहते हैं, इंस्टेड ऑफ पुटिंग अ प्रॉपर डेटा इन, दे पुट अ रॉन्ग डेटा, राइट? सो दैट मींस such things will make an way for like data cleaning, and you can remove such inconsistencies and you can like handle those missing values. There are like again different techniques for like handling those missing values, like you can use a mean of all and place it over there. You can use a minimum value of it and put it over there, or you can like simply discard it. but in data science project we cannot like tell which data is important or which not important, right? So that's why it's always recommend that whenever we are discarding it something, we are advised to store it in a particular folder or a new file, right? So that's where data cleaning comes into picture. And next step, what you need to do is you need to explore the data. So the moment you have cleaned the data, the moment you have mined your data to use only the necessary data, so next thing what you will be doing is like exploring a data. So आप लोग data को explore करेंगे, like you take there are like few hypothesis testing in statistics, so you will be running those hypothesis testing in order to like explore your data in a better way. And after you explore your data, you will be like doing a feature selection. For example, say you have categories of apple, and you have different categories like places where the apple was brought and its color, right? So if you are curious to know which places are producing a red or dark red color apple, right? So in that case you need to like have certain research done on the field or the places where that apples are produced, or what kind of soil it takes. So that is basically we are selecting certain features and selecting important features and construct more unique meaningful ones in order to come into a conclusion. And then we create a machine learning model or predictive model and train your machine learning models with data by splitting it into a training set and a testing set. And training set is basically used to like train your data, and the moment we split our data into testing set, so the testing set is basically created to check your performance, right? So say for example you have 100 datas, and you will be passing 80 such data into training your model, and you will be using 20 remaining 20 data to basically check for its conclusions, or basically like कितना आंसर मैंने दिया है, लाइक वो सही है ना कि गलत है, वो चेक करने के लिए we use the remaining testing data. And once everything is done, so we visualize the data in order to communicate it to your business leads or whoever have reached you, right? Say for example you're working as a consultant, and your client has come up with a problem. So to solve that problem you are using different data mining techniques. You're like cleaning the data, whichever you get, you clean it, you explore the data, and you select certain features from the data set that you have received. You pass it into a machine learning model, and then you visualize the data. For example, now you are seeing like around graphical structure in front of you, right? So it's basically telling what is our data science life cycle. Similarly, there are like huge number of like graphs that you can do using matplotlib of Python and Seaborn of Python. So in order to like what happens is in the during the data visualization, so the what picture can like give a conclusion is cannot be may not be given by a human being, right? So picture has lots of information, and we being a human, we have like tend to like miss some of the informations while sharing. So that's why we visualize the data and we communicate with our clients, right? And the clients on getting whatever the things they have, they again understand whatever the business problem they have, and they use it for their own benefit, right? So this is basically a life cycle of a data science. And so what are the applications of data science and which fields we use data science? So data science these days are used in like a huge number of fields, right? Almost all the fields we are using machine learning or data science. So one such is like healthcare. In healthcare, as I already told, data science or data science can be used in predicting the problem that patients face, or maybe in basic healthcare, like to find how effective a drug is. For example, these days we have seen the tendencies between the Covishield and Covaxin, right? So some tell Covishield is better, some tell Covaxin is better. So all these conclusions are like derived basically depending on different analytical measures and seeing the performance of it with the patients. So, and yeah, this is where healthcare comes into picture. In healthcare there are like lots of different sector as well, so where we can use data science. Again, we have stock market. So basically if you're planning to invest in a stock market, depending on the previous what we call as performance, uh, we can like basically invest on a particular company, right? So that's where we find an application of data science in the stock market. And next is a banking sector. So in bank, again, there are like lots of different depositing options, right? Like fixed deposit, and again, yeah, different securities or different I mean securities are there in banks. So you can basically use for like uh, coming to a conclusion which fixed deposit is better, or which bank pays you more interest, right? For the amount you keep in. So to find the applications, we use banking sector. And again, in the banking sector, the data science is basically used to check reliability of people, right? So now if a bank wants to lend you some amount of loan, so it basically looks at your past performances, or it basically checks your like previous dues that you have filled in, and then it after certain amount of research done on you, then only it provides you with a loan. If you are like, if the bank doesn't feel confident of providing you a loan, it never gives you a loan, right? So that's where the banking sector has data science applications. And next is a business sector. In business we have lots and lots of problems, and we use it over there. And automation, definitely. So like driverless cars are the best inventions there, and there again the lots of data that is being produced. And selecting some features, like when exactly someone comes in, or when exactly the car needs to stop, selecting such things are like really challenging. And again, the data science, how machine learning has its applications in all these sectors. And next is IoT. See, now you guys can see an advertisement of an refrigerator, wherein a phone reminds owner, saying that your refrigerator is on. Maybe you can consider switch offing it, right? So that's where IoTs, or this that's because of IoT. And what use this IoT and authority is basically a data, or the previous data it has, right? So that's where we can see applications of data science. And next, speaking about the companies that use data science to like come to a conclusion. So we have different huge number of companies. And trust me when I tell this, so the every startups that are getting started, or the top rated companies are also having a scope of data science, or a place for data science in them, right? So it can be Adidas, it can be Google, it can be eBay, it can be any companies, right? So each and everything have their own job roles, maybe termed as data scientists or business analysts or anything, right? So these are the different companies that use data science. And speaking about next, what is the best age to learn data science? So before I speak about what is the best age to learn data science, so I recently read an article in Quora, so wherein 90-year-old woman, like joined or 90-year-old grandpa, or whatever you call them, old lady joined a college and gained few skills. And then after completing a degree, she tried to like build something on her own, right? So that is, what does this story tell you guys? So that is, there are no age to like kickstart your journey in data science. अगर आप like 16 to 17 साल के बच्चे हैं, तो भी आप डेटा साइंस को चूज कर सकते हैं. अगर आपका एज 40 50 और 30s के बीच में हो, तब भी आप डेटा साइंस के कॉन्सेप्ट को लर्न कर सकते हैं. एंड व्हाट बेसिकली मैटर्स इन डेटा साइंस इज your logical thinking and your ability to accept the challenge and move forward. And also curiosity is a key, right? So while you're a kid, right, you learn lots of things. So for example, you learn how to speak, you learn how to dress up and different things because you are like curious, and this curiosity will help you to learn different things and you move ahead, right? And next, speaking about how to kickstart your career, okay, sorry for it, how to kickstart your career in data science. So okay, so here are few different steps that I would like to tell you guys. So and following which you can like try to like establish your career in data science. So पहला जो होता है, so आपको एक programming language choose करने का है. So there are like different programming language, lots and lots of programming languages are available, but हम लोग डेटा साइंस के लिए बेसिकली दो प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज यूज करते हैं. वो है, वी यूज अदर टू बट मोस्ट प्रेफरेबली पाइथन और आर हम लोग चूज करते हैं. And again, depending on different applications, we use different programming language, right? And the moment if you are like interested to join or kickstart your data science career, so first thing what you need to do, you need to like choose a programming language. So it can be Python or R. Python is a general purpose programming language and R is a statistical programming language used for statistical computations. So अगर आप Python सीखते हैं तो R को भी सीख सकते हैं. So that is, if you learn one programming language thoroughly, learning other programming language is like very much easier, right? So that's where uh, learning one programming language is must. Why? Because the companies expect you to like handle different responsibilities as a data science. आपको data science बनते समय आपको programming भी करना आना चाहिए, आपको story बताना भी आना चाहिए, आपको like visualization करना भी आना चाहिए और different things, right? So that's why you need to choose a programming language. It can be anything, Python or anything, doesn't matter. And next, enhance your knowledge in mathematics and statistics. अगर आप इंजीनियरिंग ज्वाइन करते हैं और या डिफरेंट डोमेन्स, फॉर एग्जांपल मैथ्स लेते हैं और बैचलर ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स और बैचलर ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स लेते हैं, तब आपको लाइक डिफरेंट मैथमेटिक्स और स्टैटिस्टिक्स प्रॉब्लम्स जो आता है ना, वो आप लोग बेसिकली एनहांस कर सकते हैं और आप उसमें वर्क कर सकते हैं. Why do you need to learn mathematics and statistics is because programming most of the time contains mathematics. So if you want to store a data, you need to know which type of data it is. Say if you want to create an operation on a particular data, you need to like basically know which type of data gets matched. So again, in data science, when we use the concept of like in machine learning convoluted neural networks, it again uses a simple mathematics like differentiation and integration, right? So learning it will be like really helpful in understanding the concepts. And what is utmost necessary in data science is like आपको like knowledge होना चाहिए कि like backend में क्या होता है. like programming जो like सभी लिख सकते हैं, पर आपको प्रोग्राम को पढ़ने का क्या बोलते हैं हम, प्रोग्राम को पढ़ने का कैपेसिटी होना चाहिए, राइट? सो इन ऑर्डर टू लर्न in order to build that capacity, you need to like improve your skill knowledge in mathematics and statistics, and you need to also learn about data. So say like data is a huge field again. So there are concepts like big data. So data किधर से आता है, so हम लोग कैसे data को collect कर सकते हैं. like for example, हमें data collect करने के लिए we use different things like we can use Google Forms to use collect the data. We can use our friends, basically we can ask our friends to like give a certain amount of data. We can use government portals. We have all countries or all states have their own data portal, right? So wherein you can get the data for free. And again, there are different data science related websites like Kaggle, wherein you get huge number of data. Explore the data. So basically when you get a data, you need to like understand what is there in data, right? So that is possible when you learn about it. So learn more about data. So मैंने आपको 3 steps बताया पहला है आपको प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज चूज करना है एंड यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन इट. सो कैसे वर्क कर सकते हैं आप? देयर आर लाइक डिफरेंट, द मोमेंट यू लर्न इन ऑर्डर टू लाइक इम्प्रोवाइज योर नॉलेज इन इट, सो आप लोग हैकर रैंक यूज कर सकते हैं बेसिकली टू लाइक प्रोग्राम ऑन अ डे टू डे बेसिस एंड improve your programming knowledge. And then I just spoke about your mathematics and statistical skills, right? आप लोग कोर्सेरा में जा सकते हैं और लाइक आप लोग मैथमेटिक्स और स्टैटिस्टिक्स के बारे में लेसन्स ले सकते हैं. और अगर आपने ऑलरेडी स्टैटिस्टिक्स और मैथ्स के बारे में पता है, तो आप लोग उसे प्रोग्रामिंग में लिख के उसे लाइक रिवाइज करने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं, ताकि आपको ये पता चल सकता है कि when we are analyzing the data, which mathematical problem to use, right? So then next step of our is like to learn more about data. So data के बारे में पढ़ने का और explore data science tool. There are like huge amount of data science tools, right? So one is like of languages, as I already told, and in order to clean our data, we again have our own data science tools. And Swati, if you don't mind, can you like turn off your video? Yeah. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah, and explore different data science tools. One is like we have languages, and again for analyzing or like preparing our data tools, we have preparing our data. We have Microsoft Visual Studio, right? So which is basically used for your operations of cleaning data. So आप लोग डीप लर्निंग के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं तो आपको TensorFlow होता है उसमें, और different Anaconda tools or different companies. What I'm trying to convey is different companies use different tools, right? And moment we speak about big data, there are like you need to know about SQL Server. So basically, when we speak about SQL, we have varieties of SQL in it. So one is like MySQL and so, right? So then we go about data exploration and visualization. For that we have tools like Power BI, we have Excel, Microsoft Excel, we have Gretel, we have again Tableau, etc. Right? So different tools are there, and we will be using different tools at different occasions. So we need to explore which is the best tool that we can use for means different problem statements, right? So choosing a tool, आपको टूल्स के बारे में ज़्यादा नॉलेज होना चाहिए, लाइक कैसे आप इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं और कैसे उस टूल को यूज़ कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल आप लोग व्हाट्सएप आप यूज़ कर रहे हैं, सो आप लोग पहले व्हाट्सएप को इंस्टॉल करना जानते हैं, बाद में चैट करना जानते हैं. उसी तरह डेटा साइंस में भी कुछ टूल्स होता है, आप लोग उन टूल्स को भी लाइक यूज़ करना जानना चाहिए आपको, ताकि आपका काम है ना, सो डेटा साइंस के समय आप जो काम करते हैं, सो वो काम आपको आसानी से हो जाता है और आपको उस समय उस टूल के बारे में थोड़ा सीखने का जरूरत पड़ता है और आपको स्क्रैच से सीखने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ता है. इसलिए इट्स ऑलवेज नेसेसरी दैट यू एक्सप्लोर द डेटा साइंस टूल्स and understand the basics of machine learning. So what's the basic problem in these days students is, like I'm not telling it was a problem of me too. So हम लोग जब मशीन लर्निंग के बारे में सीखने जानते हैं मीन्स जाते हैं ना, सो हम लोग डायरेक्ट प्रोग्राम को बाइट करना लाइक सीखते हैं. हमें वो नहीं करना है. क्यों हमें प्रोग्रामिंग कॉपी नहीं करना है? बिकॉज प्रोग्राम कोई भी लिख सकता है, प्रोग्राम बाहर कोई भी कर सकता है, पर हमें क्या पता होना चाहिए कि प्रोग्राम के पीछे क्या हो रहा है, वो पता होना चाहिए. For example, if we speak about classification, right? So what's happening, how the program computer is like finding a pattern, we need to know that. So in order to know that, we need to go in depth of a machine learning. So again, a machine learning problem is basically full of mathematics and statistics. Understanding a machine learning projects or problems or different topics of machine learning is like very, very essential, right? So that's why we need to go in depth. We need to understand the mathematics behind it. For example, if we speak about linear regression, we have a equation of a straight line, that is y is equal to mx plus c, right? So अगर आपको मैथ्स पता हो, अगर आपको प्रोग्राम के पीछे क्या होता है वो आपको पता हो, तो आप अपना कोड ओन लिख सकते हैं. और से आप जो प्रोग्राम और लाइब्रेरीज जो है जिसे यूज करके आप अपना कंक्लूजन डिराइव करते हैं, वो यूज करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. अगर आप लोग अपना ओन लिख सकते हैं, तो यू कैन यूज दैट फॉर लाइक your data science problems, right? So understand the basics. Basics is everything. If you have your fundamental strong, then you can do anything, right? So what we need to do next? So आपको like इन चीजों की like I hope you understood these things. And next you need to like improve your storytelling ability. So अगर आपको स्टोरी टेलिंग एबिलिटी को इम्प्रूव करना है तो आप लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? सो पहला, आप मूवीज देख सकते हैं, पर मूवीज ज्यादा देखना भी हानिकारक हो सकता है ना? वी स्पेंड लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम सीइंग अ मूवी एंड डूइंग नथिंग. सो इसलिए आप दूसरा भी टेक्निक यूज कर सकते हैं. लाइक आप लोग बुक्स ज्यादा पढ़ सकते हैं, आप लोग स्टोरी बुक्स पढ़ सकते हैं. और बेसिकली इफ यू आर लाइक नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद इंग्लिश, right? So then basically you can like read more English books, you can listen to different news channels, you can basically आपको English improve करना है तो आप न्यूज चैनल ज्यादा देखे, इंग्लिश न्यूज चैनल स्पेसिफिकली आप लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा पढ़ने की कोशिश करें ताकि आपका इंग्लिश इंप्रूव हो. अगर आपका इंग्लिश इंप्रूव हो तो आप इंग्लिश में सोच सकते हैं, और अगर आप इंग्लिश में सोच सकते हैं तो आपको अपना ये लाइक स्टोरीज बनाना और अपने ही होन सेंटेंसेस बनाना आसान हो जाता है. और व्हेन वी यूज दिस डेटा साइंस, कम्युनिकेशन इज अ की, राइट? सो इसलिए वी नीड टू लाइक इम्प्रूव आवर स्टोरी टेलिंग एबिलिटी. अगर आपको डेटा आपका कस्टमर्स को देना है, अगर आपको क्लाइंट्स के लिए देना है, तो आप डेटा को डायरेक्टली बता के, ए लुक एट इट, I have mean of 56, I have standard deviation of 58, your client will never understand it. So you need to convey the information in the form of a story, right? So अगर आप स्टोरी में बता सकते हैं और अगर आप लोग उन्हें एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं कि मीन 50 है तो क्या है, मीन्स व्हाट इज मीन 50 मीन, और वो किधर से आया, कैसे आया, सो स्टोरी बता सकते हैं. तो आपका लाइक मशीन लर्निंग लाइक आपका जो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स है ना, सो कम्युनिकेशन का वर्क है वो आसान हो जाता है. एंड द stories are always better to understand than you speak about the data, right? While speaking about the data, so that's why improve your storytelling ability. And आपने ये सब किया, मैंने आप जो कुछ भी बताया आपने सब किया. So next what you need to do, you need to pick data science projects to get started, right? So आपको data science project कौन सा select करना पता नहीं, so आपका data किधर से मिलता है वो पता नहीं. So but the moment you like learn about all the things that I've told, and then if you go for a data science project, you will have a basic idea. So आपको idea रहता है कि like मैं data किधर से ले सकता हूँ, और मैं data science project के लिए कौन सा algorithm यूज कर सकता हूँ, और मैं conclusion को कैसा आ सकता हूँ. और तब जाके आप लोग Kaggle में जाके, so Kaggle एक website है basically, so where आपको like huge number of data मिलेगा. से फॉर एग्जांपल आपको लीनियर रिग्रेशन में वर्क करने के लिए डेटा चाहिए तो आपको लीनियर रिग्रेशन का डेटा मिलेगा. से आपको अपना घर बेचना है, लाइक लीनियर रिग्रेशन का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, तो आपको लाइक डेटा चाहिए तो आप को कैगल में मिलता है. सो देन यू नीड टू लाइक पिक प्रोजेक्ट्स, राइट? सो व्हाट आर द फ्यू इंटरेस्टिंग डेटा साइंस प्रोजेक्ट्स फॉर द बिगिनर्स? सो वन इज सेंटिमेंटल एनालिसिस. सो नाउ दिस इज अ टाइम ऑफ अ सोशल मीडिया. आप लोग सोशल मीडिया लाइक जरूर यूज कर सकते हैं. लाइक आप लोग लाइक व्हाट्सएप यूज करते हैं, ट्विटर यूज करते हैं, फेसबुक यूज करते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम यूज करते हैं. सो अगर आपको लाइक सेंटिमेंट एनालिसिस करना है तो आप लोग एक सिंपल सा टेक्निक यूज कर सकते हैं. लाइक देयर आर लाइक lots of APIs, right? Twitter has its own API, Facebook has its own API. आप लोग ट्विटर API से लेके ट्विटर में जो कुछ भी ट्वीट्स हो रहा है और जो कुछ भी डेटा से आप लोग रिट्रीव कर सकते हैं और उसमें से सेंटिमेंटल एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, if you have a task of like knowing what is a sentiment of people towards, for example, let's say Narendra Modi, right? Our honorable prime minister. So आप लोग नरेंद्र मोदी के ट्वीट्स जो है, I mean नरेंद्र मोदी के को टैग करके किसी ने भी ट्वीट किया है, सो वो ट्वीट आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं और लाइक उसमें से सेंटिमेंटल एनालिसिस करके आप लोग कंक्लूजन में आ सकते हैं कि लाइक कितना लोग मोदी जी को पसंद कर रहे हैं ना. So that's where sentimental analysis comes into picture. Next is a fake news detection, right? So आजकल के ज़माना में fake news का like पहाड़ी like उतना बड़ा है कि आपको कौन सा न्यूज़ सच्चा है और झूठा है पता नहीं चलता. So for like predicting which are the fake news, right? So you can use data science again. So these are like interesting data science topics, right? Gender and age detection. And say now let's take an example. Now there are like you post pictures in Instagram. So आप लोग किस लोकेशन से ज्यादा पिक्चर्स लेते हैं, ये सब like आप लोग analyze करके you can like build your own story out of it. You can like use data science as a platform to analyze it, and then basically like after understanding it you what to do next. So आपने ये सब किया, आपने प्रोजेक्ट में भी वर्क किया, so उसके बाद आप क्या करेंगे, आप लोग इंटर्नशिप्स को अप्लाई करेंगे. सो इंटर्नशिप्स क्या होता है, सो एक कंपनी जो होता है, सो दे विल हैव डिफरेंट रोल्स अवेलेबल and they will hire students that is for gaining an experience. So आप लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, the moment you have so and so amount of skills, so आप लोग कंपनी को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं से मैं मुझे ये सब स्किल्स है, मुझ में ये सब स्किल्स है, मैं आपके साथ वर्क करना चाहता हूँ और एक्सपीरियंस गेन करना चाहता हूँ. सो देर आर लाइक लॉट्स ऑफ इंटर्नशिप प्रोवाइडिंग companies like agencies or websites like Internshala, Advisor. आप लोग उधर जा सकते हैं और like basically आपको कंपनी का प्रोफाइल देख के और जॉब का जो रोल्स होता है आप सब देख के आप लोग इंटर्नशिप्स को भी लाइक ऑप्ट कर सकते हैं, राइट. देन सर्च इंटर्नशिप को ढूंढने के बाद डेटा साइंस के जो इंटर्नशिप्स होता है वो भी होता है, लाइक ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ डेटा साइंस इंटर्नशिप्स आर अवेलेबल दीस डेज and then you can basically apply for it and then गेन नॉलेज फ्रॉम इट, राइट. इंटर्नशिप्स में जो क्या होता है, सो आप एक्सपीरियंस गेन कर सकते हैं. जो कुछ भी आपने पढ़ा और जो कुछ भी आपके मन में है और आपका ब्रेन में होता है, सो वो आपको इम्प्रोवाइज कर सकते हैं और आपका एक्सपीरियंस और डोमेन एक्सपीरियंस जो बोलते हैं हम टेक्निकली, सो वो आप इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, राइट. सो फ्यू टिप्स, हियर आर फ्यू टिप्स. Get 100% in once, enrich your programming skills, start a side project, go an extra mile, get your cold review from your peers, and never pretend that you know anything, right? So कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि like जिन्हें कुछ पता नहीं होता है पर भी like वो बोलते हैं कि मुझे सब पता है. So what happens during that time is like आपका ज्ञान आप like बढ़ा नहीं सकते, right? आपका मन जो होता है वो कंस्ट्रेंड होता है, so आपको नॉलेज इंप्रूव नहीं कर सकते, राइट. सो दिस आर द फ्यू टिप्स that you can follow in order to be a data scientist. And what are different career roles that companies किस रोल के लिए आपको like हायर करते हैं. so पहला है data analyst and दूसरा like business analyst manager. so that's basically आपको फ्रेशर के लिए नहीं मिलेगा, सो आपका एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा है तो आपको मिल सकता है. अगेन डेटा साइंस इज बेसिकली फुल स्टैक domain wherein you will be you need to know every bits of data science, right? So again it's like you will get it depending on the experience that you have. Next is data engineer. So जो डेटा में ही वर्क करते हैं लाइक डेटा क्लीन करते हैं, डेटा को स्टोर करते हैं, उन्हें हम डेटा इंजीनियर कहते हैं. मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर जो मशीन लर्निंग मॉडल्स को बिल्ड करता है और उसका देखभाल करता है, सो उन्हें हम मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर कहते हैं. और बिग डेटा स्पेशलिस्ट लाइक ह्यूज डेटा है, सो उन डेटा को हम लाइक शॉर्टलिस्ट करने का काम जो है होता है ना, वो डेटा साइंस बिग डेटा स्पेशलिस्ट को मिलता है. and these are the different roles. so every companies have their own roles and every companies have their own title for their roles, and you can eventually when you are applying you will be getting like very good role when you join. But as you gain more experience and get fully fledged set in data science, that time you will be like progressed as a data scientist or data manager also, and so, right. So let's quickly look into few statistical insights of like salaries and opportunities that are available, right. So डेटा साइंस जॉब जो होता है ना, लाइक सो डिफरेंट आईटी फील्ड में जब हम देख सकते हैं लाइक फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट के लिए है, साइबर सिक्योरिटी के लिए, हम डेटा साइंस जॉब को आजकल थोड़ा ज्यादा देख सकते हैं, क्योंकि लाइक सब कंपनीज जो हो है ना, सो दे आर रिक्रूटिंग मोर एंड मोर पीपल, राइट, एंड दे नीड अ ह्यूज ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल। डेटा साइंटिस्ट ऐसे होते हैं जो सब डोमेन और सब पार्ट ऑफ ग्रुप, फॉर एग्जांपल एक कंपनी हम लोग लेते हैं, तो उसमें एक पार्ट होता है वो टेक्निकल फील्ड के लिए होता है, जो सोशल मीडिया के लिए होता है। डेटा साइंटिस्ट का काम सब फील्ड को लाइक से जाके मिलने का और इंटरेक्ट करने का, और वी आस्क मोर क्वेश्चंस व्हेन इट कम्स टू डेटा साइंस, राइट, and that's why we get more and more data science salaries, I mean jobs these days. And the basic salary, average salary of data scientist is anywhere around 7 lakhs, right? And it's just a mean average, that is what we call as mean, right? So mean or average. So low bhi hota hai, zyada it's like you can earn in like 2-digit lakhs, right? So that's where we have a salary insights of data. एंड अगेन अगर हम डेटा साइंस लें तो उसमें लाइक अगेन डिफरेंट फील्ड्स होता है, एनालिसिस फील्ड होता है, मशीन लर्निंग होता है, एआई होता है, और न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स होता है, नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्री प्रोसेसिंग जिसमें सेंटिमेंट एनालिसिस आता है। सो ये सब फील्ड्स हम लेते हैं। सो कुछ कंपनीज स्पेसिफिक रोल्स के लिए हायर करते हैं, है ना। सो उसका इंसाइट भी आप लोग देख सकते हैं कि 70% ऑफ द कंपनीज हायर फॉर एनालिसिस, and around 60 to 65 people hire for machine learning and so on, right? So, and where do we start learning data science from, right? So आपको ये सब मैंने बताया, अब क्या कर सकते हैं। So but data science के लिए like I will never tell there is one specific site where you are supposed to learn from. There are huge number of sites available, and huge number of colleges again are providing their own courses, but learning from different uh, courses or different places will help you in improvising or gaining more and more knowledge, right? So that's where we can like learn more. And so one such thing is like Coursera. So the best advantage of Coursera is that if you have your college registered with Coursera, right, so then you will be getting free courses, you will be getting free certifications. Usme bhi jo like companies like IBM have their own specialization programs, and if you are like specialized, you if you get that certifications, your job of getting a data science job will be much simpler. And again, this data camp जो होता है ना, so it's like a really amazing platform, right? So I usually learn from data camp, and data camp में आपको data के बारे में सब कुछ है. So data camp is like one of the amazing platform where you can learn data science from. And next is Udemy, of course. They have numerous number of courses. And next is towards data science. So अगर आप Google में search करेंगे, so what towards data science के बारे में, उन्हें like there are like huge number of contents regarding data science there, you can learn from it. And अगर इन सब सारे वेबसाइट से आपको कौन सा वेबसाइट चूज करना वो मालूम नहीं हुआ, और लाइक कोर्स के बारे में रिकमेंडेशन चाहिए, तो आप एडवाइसर को जरूर यूज कर सकते हैं। एडवाइसर में लाइक आपको सारे कोर्सेज को लाइक रेक्टिफाई करके और आपको रिकमेंड करते हैं डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर इंटरेस्ट, राइट? सो यू कैन बेसिकली लाइक लर्न डेटा साइंस फ्रॉम ईच एंड एवरी डिफरेंट थिंग्स, different places. And I think that's what I wanted to share. Yes, I think let's quickly have an interaction session, because like मैं आपका ज़्यादा टाइम लेने की like इच्छा जरूर रखता हूँ, पर I think instead of me boring you guys with the theoretical subjects, I think let's quickly have a questionnaire if you have any. Okay, so I have a question here. So I think it's just, where are you from? So I am from Udupi, again India, Karnataka. So which is most important programming language? So the programming, there is no something like important programming languages, right? So every programming languages are like have its own uh, necessity and what we call as have its own benefits. And when we speak about data science, we have two programming languages named Python and R. So that are used on the a regular basis. What happens in Python is, I mean Python and R is, so Python is a huge programming language wherein we have huge number of libraries. That is, libraries are basically the codes already written for you guys by someone else, right? So and we use such codes in our program by importing those libraries, and then we learn from it, right? So that's where Python is beneficial. And let me tell you one thing. Say if you're like opting Python as your programming language, so what you guys need to do, right? So you guys need to learn the basis of the packages like NumPy, Matplotlib. You have again the packages like Seaborn. You have you can work with your own time series data. That is, you have a datetime package. There are like huge number of concepts in Python, like working with list comprehensions, and many more, right? So you are using it in, again, pandas. I forgot to tell about the pandas. Pandas is like really amazing tool of a data science, which you guys can use it for like working with the data in a real time. And what happens with pandas is, जो आपका डेटा CSV फाइल्स में होता है, जो आपका डेटा लाइक एक्सेल शीट्स में होता है या कुछ और तरीके में स्टोर हो जाए होता है ना, सो आप लोग उस डेटा को पांडास को यूज करके आप लोग रिट्रीव कर सकते हैं, और आपको उस डेटा को आपका लाइक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज यूज करके कंक्लूजन में आ सकते हैं, मींस कंक्लूजन को बना सकते हैं और कंक्लूजन बिल्ड कर सकते हैं, है ना? सो दैट्स व्हाई पाइथन इज प्रिफरेबल इफ यू आर अ बिगिनर. So Python is like one of the easiest programming language, but it is like really vast. Data science domain is also really vast, right? So Python is like really amazing concept. If you are a beginner, आपको programming का थोड़ा भी knowledge नहीं होता है, तो आप लोग Python को जरूर choose कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको like Python का knowledge है, तो then you can like definitely switch between Python and R whenever you feel efficient. And according to the survey done, so in the field of data science, the 50 to 55% of the developers or data scientists use Python as a programming language, and rest use 45%. Rest 45 people use 45% use R as a programming language. And जो लोग Python को यूज करते हैं एज अ प्रेफरेंस और टूल, है ना, सो वो लोग स्विच करते हैं. सो अगर उन्हें कुछ प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट में वर्क करना है, तो वो लोग R को स्विच करते हैं. अगर आपको लाइक स्टैटिस्टिक्स में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट है और आपको स्टैटिस्टिकल डेटा में वर्क करना है और ज़्यादातर स्टैटिस्टिकल डिराइवेशंस को लेना है, तो आप लोग R में जाते हैं. अगेन यू कैन हैव योर विजुअलाइजेशन डन इन Python and R, so there is no restrictions. But for a beginners, we always recommend Python because it's always easy to understand, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you for asking that question, guys. Yeah. I'm now open for questions. You guys can ask me any questions if you have any. Okay. I have a question from Atul Sharma. Which topics are most important of mathematics to become a data scientist, right? So in mathematics, have you guys heard of these topics like integration and differentiation? So integration and differentiation are like really necessary topics, because when we speak about this convoluted neural networks or neural networks, right? So or deep learning, we most of the time use what we call as integration and differentiation over there. And again maths में आपका statistical parts जो होता है, hypothetical testing and जो कुछ भी है, so वो आपको यूज करना पड़ता है some amount of during some instances or some occasions. And learning, having a good grip on preliminary mathematics like matrix problems, determinants, and so on, so plays a key role in understanding the concepts in Python in a much better way, right? So आप लोग अगर hacker rank में जाके like आपको आप लोग प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे, तो आपको कुछ मैथ्स का आइडिया उधर मिलेगा, पर आप it's preferable that you have a strong grip in differentiation and integration in order to like be a good data scientist. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? Okay. So one thing. So may आपको like apart from data science, I would like to also convey you some other things, right? से अगर आपको डेटा साइंस में कुछ पोर्टफोलियो बनाना है और आपका इंप्रेशन क्लिक होना चाहिए, सो यू नीड टू लाइक गो टू द नेटवर्किंग sites, or you need to attend some of these webinars or networking fields and get knowledge with data science, or you need to like learn, means interact with data scientists and understand from them how it works, right? So there are like lots of data scientists available in LinkedIn. You guys can basically ping them and hey, you can ask them like, hey, I am like interested to be a data scientist, so can you help me with it? So there are like lots of mentors available these days who are like are ready to help you guys, and you guys can definitely get benefited from it. एंड सब लोग जो कोई भी होता है लिंक्डइन में, जो भी लाइक उन्हें लाइक मेंटरिंग करना पसंद है, you guys can ping them and tell like, hey, can you mentor me? I have so and so ambitions, right? I have so and so goals, can you help me achieve it, right? So that's how you can like reach them out. Okay, so then we have a question from Bhumika. Sir, I'm the student of first year. So how can I prepare myself for data science from beginning to be a good in data science? So to be good in data science, so आपको क्या करना है? So आप लोग अब फर्स्ट ईयर में हैं. आई एम नॉट श्योर विच कोर्स यू ऑप्टेड. So basically bachelor course will have end from 3 to 4 years, right? So in the first year, I recommend you work on improving your programming knowledge, improve your mathematical knowledge, and then solve different academic problems, or you have even lead code, or there is another good website to practice your or knowledge or programming language. You can go to such websites and then basically like improve your things, improve your skills. And once you have a good grip in the programming knowledge, right, or programming languages, then you can like start learning different concepts of like machine learning or some other concepts, right? Because if you understand a programming in a much better way, then understanding all the other concepts will be much easier. Say for example, most of the time when we go for a visualization using Matplotlib or Seaborn, right? So we again use the libraries of Python and we perform the basic Python operations again. So that's why it's always recommended that you prepare by like, yeah, definitely you need to do all those things that I have already shared with you guys, but having a good programming knowledge plays a key role in being a good scientist. Cool. Yes, thank you, Bhumika, for asking it. And if you guys have any other question, you may ask me. I think I saw Rahul raising his hand. Not sure who was it. I think Rahul or Rakesh, not sure. So if you have any questions, you can like definitely ask it to me. Yeah. Okay. So one more thing. So data science जो भी है वो सब्जेक्ट है. Like आपको data science field में like पढ़ना end ही नहीं होता है, right? So आपको like very vast topic जो है वो है data science. So अगर आपको पसंद है, अगर आप सोच सकते हैं कि
I have a question for that. I wanted to know Veka is a data mining tool, or how can we use it for uh, being a good data scientist?
Pardon?
I want to know about Veka. Do you know about Veka? Weka, Veka. for data mining tool?
Veka, I've never used it for data mining. So whatever I use is like a Visual Studio. So Visual Studio is like really amazing tool when it comes for data mining. So you have SAS facilities over there and you can use it. But I think you can have good research done. I think there are lots of people who are like skilled in Veka as well, right? So they will be sharing their insights in different tools like sites like YouTube. You can like just go through it and just understand whether it's like really important to learn Veka, or then you can like go about learning it. Yes, guys, you guys can ask me any question. Okay, so Becca is again a collection of machine learning algorithm for data mining task, right? So it's basically like you have different tools like Anaconda prompt or Anaconda, and then you also have different tools like I think it's Gretel, and so it's basically the functioning of everything is same. So if you are comfortable using Anaconda prompt, you can definitely use Veka. You will be comfortable using Veka. If you are using Veka, then you can use Anaconda again. So depends on your functionalities, right? Yeah. Yes. So you guys can pop in any questions if you have any. Okay, from where we learn full working algorithms, right? So have you heard of Geeks for Cakes, or you have W3 schools, right? So W3 schools are neglected because it's basically for I mean for website related things. But Geeks for Geeks is one such amazing tool wherein you can learn different number of algorithms, right? So not only machine learning algorithms, but there are like data structure algorithms, and many lots of contents are available in Geeks for Geeks. And you also have another site like Javath Point, wherein you can learn from it. And again, YouTube is best field, best site that you can learn from. And if you want to learn this full working algorithms on if specifically related to machine learning or data science, again you can go with data camp. So data camp have their own tools or own set of courses wherein you can learn about this working algorithms. And also you will be able to like write your code on your own, right? So and yeah, that's where you can learn this algorithms from. Okay, one more thing, like if you have this knowledge of data science, and if you're searching for a job, and if you want to like learn about what types of questions are asked and how to like prepare for the interview and all, right? So there is one such website known as like Data Monk. So where they have made everything easier for you. They have huge number of documentations available. You can go to, yeah, I'll just post it here, Data Monk. So they have even I think you can learn from them, and you can like enhance your skills, yeah, and get well prepared for the interview. Yes, Kriti, I think you were asking something. Okay, so we'll take two more questions. So if you guys have any questions, you can like throw it in.
Thank you, Vineet, for giving your time and sharing your knowledge with us about data science. It was a really interesting session. You explained it in an easier way, and we all know it's a typical topic. So we all got to know many of the new facts today. So thank you for this.
Yes, thank you, Code in Campus, for giving me this opportunity. And yes, thank you everyone for joining in despite of your busy schedule. And I know it's an afternoon time. I think you guys will be like feeling sleepy, but still, thank you for listening. And I hope you guys will start your career from here and keep your first step of those 1,000 steps in data science. And you hope to see you guys as a data scientist in the future. Yeah, thank you.
And there's one more information about all the participants कि आपके chat box में एक link share करा गया है. So you all are requested to fill that feedback form. और जो उस feedback form को fill करेगा उन्हीं को certificates award किए जाएंगे. So
I have just copy pasted it so you guys can like fill it and get your certificate. Yeah, thank you. I will be here for 5 minutes so you guys can pop in any questions if you have. So I'll be like dropping off the call at 4:30. Okay, I think I just saw a question from Atul Sharma. Can we use data in IoT based projects, right? So what happens in IoT based project is like we sometimes use data, but most of the times whenever we use this IoT tools, right? So we get a lots of data. Say for example, the moment you switch on your fan using your IoT devices, right? So that time you get a huge number of data, and depending on whatever the data you get for initial few days, right? So then you can use those data to like for a better conclusion and deliver better values to your customer, right? So or the tools, whoever is using your tools. So that's where you can use data in IoT. But initially we don't use much of the data, but after few years, after few days of a user using it, we use it. Yeah, I hope I answered your question, Atul.
Okay, so thank you, Vineet, for giving your time, and thank you to all the participants for joining. And shall we end this meeting now?
Yes, sure. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you, everyone. Thank you.